Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today we're going to be trying out some homemade freeze-dried hamburgers. So let's get to it. So if you're unfamiliar with the process of freeze-drying, what it allows you to do is preserve food for up to 30 years while preserving the taste, the texture of the food, and almost 90% of the vital nutrients. It far and away is one of the most revolutionary methods of preserving food long-term created in the 20th century. Now in the 21st century, this technology has been brought into the home by a company called Harvest Right. I'm going to post a link in the description so you can learn more about the Harvest Right home freeze dryer system. They currently have a promotion going that allows you to get $500 off a freeze dryer. If you want more information on the freeze dryer itself, I'll post a link to a couple videos that I did here about the details of this miraculous machine. So as you can see here, I have vacuum sealed a Mylar bag of hamburgers. Basically, what I have here is something which, if I were to open it in 25 years, it's going to taste exactly the same. This has been demonstrated by the Mountain House Company, which has made freeze-dried food for almost 40 years. According to them, some of the original freeze-dried food that they made is still not only edible today, but also tastes very good. Now, basically what freeze drying does is it takes all of the moisture, almost 99.9% of the moisture out of the food while preserving the texture. It's a very complicated process that I don't want to get into in this video, but I explained it in another video if you follow that link in the description. So what I have here are some hamburgers that I freeze dried about a month ago, and we're gonna do a taste test on them today. Now remember, this is a Mylar bag, it's non-porous. This is going to preserve the food for up to 25 years. There's also an oxygen absorber in there. So let's cut open our Mylar bag. Now when I freeze dried them, I cut them into smaller pieces. So as you can see here, the portions are halved. Some of them are even broken into little bits. That's not gonna matter when we rehydrate it. Basically, the reason why I cut it in half is to ensure the maximum amount of drying and the maximum amount of moisture that's sucked out of there so that there's no environment for bacteria to develop over the years. Now, right now, this is absolutely bone dry. If I was to take a piece, it would crumble basically just into a fine beef powder. So there's a variety of recipes that you can use just the crumbled bits with. So in order to rehydrate these hamburgers, we're gonna put them in boiling water for a few minutes and basically let them dry off a bit, and they're gonna be good to go. You can see here they still have that nice original texture to them. Contrary to what you might think, they're not soggy or wet, they're not mushy. They retain almost the exact same texture as when they were fresh off the barbecue. Now, if you were to try this with dehydrated food, not only would it take a lot longer to rehydrate them, but because dehydration is such a slow process, there's a biological degradation in the food, which doesn't happen in the process of freeze drying. Again, I explained that all in my other freeze drying videos. Now, what I have here is some buns and some cheese. I also have freeze dried cheese that I could have used, and I haven't tried freeze drying the buns yet. The reason why is because I'm not quite sure as to how I'm gonna rehydrate them. I'm thinking that what I might try to do is get some bread, slightly toast it, freeze dry it, and then I would rehydrate it by steaming. Otherwise, if you just freeze dry bread and eat it when it's brittle, it's not gonna taste that good. So we can just put our burgers on here, save that for later. Put a little bit of seasoning salt on there. And there you have it. You really have to taste this to believe it. If I was to make this for somebody, they would never have known that it was freeze dried or that it was preserved for 5, 10, 15, 25 years. It's just that delicious. This is post-apocalyptic cuisine right here. Now it is a little bit dry, and I guess the way to remedy that would be to perhaps boil it a little bit longer. You could add a little bit of butter or some more condiments to soften it up a little bit. But I don't mind dry. I like my food crispy, crunchy, so that's fine by me. So I would encourage you guys to go and check out the Harvest Right freeze dryer. There's a promotion on right now, like I said, $500 off. Go through the link in the description. learn a bit more about the product. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for a lot more videos related to preparedness and survival. Canadian Prepper out.